Have you ever wondered what level 0 is? Level 0 is the first and most commonly encountered level in the backrooms and or distinctive yellow wallpaper, damp carpets, and inconsistently placed fluorescent lighting. Level 0 has a nonlinear space, resembling the backrooms of a retail outlet. However, no two rooms within the level are identical. The installed lighting flickers inconsistently and hums at a constant frequency. This buzzing is notably louder and more obtrusive than ordinary fluorescent humming, and examination of the fixtures to determine the source has been inconclusive. Some walls have electrical outlets, have mold growing on them, or have security cameras. You can also rarely find groups of blood red rooms instead of mono yellow, as well as hallways that are pitch black. While generally a safer level, with rare sightings of entities, it is extremely isolating and will drastically lower your sanity. Keep a bottle of almond water on you. It is estimated the lobby is over 600 million square miles, which is about 3 times the size of the front rooms, so stay vigilant and keep walking until you find a colony or outpost. The substance saturating the carpet cannot be consistently identified. It is not water, nor is it safe to consume. Traces of pleural fluid have been found in the analysis. Linear spaces in level 0 are altered drastically. It is possible to walk in a straight line and return to the starting point, and retracing your steps will result in a different set of rooms appearing than the ones already passed through. Due to this, and the visual similarity between rooms, consistent navigation is extremely difficult. Devices such as compasses and GPS locators fail to function within the level, and radio communications are distorted and unreliable. Level 0 is entirely still and completely devoid of life. Despite the fact that it is the primary entrance to the backrooms, contact with other wanderers within the level has never been reported. Presumably, a great number of people have died before exiting. The most likely causes being dehydration, starvation, and psychological trauma due to sensory deprivation and isolation. However, no corpses have been reported from these hypothetical deaths. Attempting to enter level 0 in a group will result in the separation of the group until the level is exited. Rooms with red wallpaper and dim lighting appear very rarely. These should not be approached or entered. Hallucinations are common in level 0, the most common being humming from the lighting increasing to a deafening volume, then abruptly silencing, the appearance of doors, the appearance of stairs, acute deja vu, human-like speech resembling no known language, movement in peripheral vision resembling insects crawling underneath the wallpaper, which disappears once the wall is observed directly, insect-like chittering. According to analysis, the CO2 levels within level 0 are rising at a steady rate. The significance of this is unknown. Normal levels form the framework of the backrooms, and vary greatly in size, danger, and habitability. Typical levels, for whatever value of typical can be expected from the backrooms, tend to be infinite in size and often provoke a feeling of uncanny familiarity to those happening upon them. The laws of physics and nature as we know them cannot be relied on in the depths of the backrooms. Nevertheless, some of the more hospitable and stable levels are home to thriving communities, and some inhabitants have managed to survive in even the most dangerous levels. Levels often contain subsections. Some are as small as a room. Others are important landmarks, and some are vast areas that may look completely different than the main level. However, all of these are still contained in their parent level. Entrances and exits to each level are catalogued to the best of our ability, as making a hasty retreat is often necessary. An important tip to remember is that levels are occasionally prone to instability. Keeping this in mind, documentation of any level is subject to change without warning. Normal levels are the bread and butter of the Backrooms, the varying environments that make up its ever-changing landscape. Levels are not always inhospitable and dangerous, nor are they always inhabited and well documented. Many of the most beloved levels aim to evoke a particular emotion or touch on certain themes, and as the author, you're free to bend the laws of reality as you please in order to craft a thought-provoking piece of the Backrooms universe. Subsections are locations within levels. They can be whatever you desire, levels within levels, small areas, or important bases and outposts. The Red Rooms bear great similarity to their parent level, although some key differences set them apart. The area is shrouded in a deep red hue, from the crimson wallpaper to the dark room-like lighting. The carpet is coarse and sticky, contrasting with the slick moist carpet of level 0, and harboring colonies of mushrooms and black mold in dark corners. Radio communication in the area is as unreliable as in level 0, and the longer a subject stays within, the poorer the quality of communication will become before halting entirely. This evidence suggests the rooms are extremely difficult or impossible to escape. These rooms are not to be approached or entered. If spotted, turn the other way and do not attempt to enter them under any circumstances. The Red Rooms may only be entered through level 0, completely at random, after turning a corner. No method of ascertaining where in the level they will appear has yet been found. After one has entered the Red Rooms, there is presumably no chance of exit. The Manila Room is an isolated, square room with thick walls within level 0, named for the unique beige color of its wallpaper. It has minimal furnishings which vary slightly between appearances, usually no more than a table and chair, as well as anywhere from 1 to 4 entrances. The Manila Room is commonly used as a meeting point for wanderers, as despite the changing and isolating nature of level 0, the Manila Room will always appear in the same location for everyone when discovered and does not have the same effect as level 0, which prevents wanderers from meeting. This leads to wanderers appearing to fade into existence upon entering. Care should be taken to avoid entering from the same entrance at the same time. The lighting in the Manila Room is nearly identical to that of level 0 and produces the same irritating noise. The brightness of these lights, however, varies greatly and is known to fluctuate over time, causing occasional periods of total darkness. Standard entities have never been observed in the Manila Room, however, knocking and banging noises have been reported coming from within the walls, leading some to believe one or more entities may be present within them. These noises are reportedly loudest during periods when the lights are off. Level 0.1 is an enormous megastructure found embedded in level 0. Although it's large enough to be considered a subsection, level 0.1 is believed to be contained entirely within the bounds of its parent level. One notable detail about the threshold between level 0 and level 0.1 is that when viewed from the subsection, level 0 appears to be a series of nearly identical floors stacked vertically on top of each other, but attempting to breach the ceiling or floor of level 0 from elsewhere in the level does not lead to other parts of the same level. Level 0.1 is made primarily out of metal and glass, and features several different rooms and chambers, which are built using a smooth, almost futuristic style of architecture, though the majority of the structure shows extreme signs of damage with exposed wires and broken electronics found in many parts of the subsection. Although the subsection is far from being completely mapped, an enormous hollowed-out section in what is believed to be the center makes it possible to get a good idea of the general shape and structure of the level as a whole. It is believed that the subsection takes the shape of an extremely large, spherical shell that surrounds the aforementioned cavity. The shell itself is extremely thick, generally having the width of dozens of city blocks. Level 0.2, without touching anything within the level, appears to be a revamped or remodeled version of level 0. The level appears at first to be improved completely, including dry red carpets, repainted white walls, consistently working Wi-Fi and outlets, and the occasional bathroom. Upon entering level 0.2, the level will begin to fall apart. Ceiling tiles may fall, walls topple over, and the floor will collapse, revealing what looks to be an unfinished house. This is dangerous to any wanderer who may enter, as the debris can collapse on top of them, and the dust afterward can be very dangerous. This stops as soon as the chain reaction of destruction reaches the door back to level 0, and upon re-entry will be completely fixed as if nothing occurred. Entry to level 0.2 is rather easy. Once the usual buzz of the lights in level 0 quiet down and the carpet becomes drier, and the rooms start to look like they're under construction, there's a chance of finding a door to level 0.2. The level can be exited the same way it is entered. Finding a door will lead back to level 0. Level 0.01 is a sub-level located between level 0 and level 1 of the Backrooms. Level 0.01 is frequently mistaken for being a legitimate exit back into reality. The level's physical appearance is mundane, however, its layout is highly anomalous. It consists of a seemingly infinite looping hallway papered with the same wallpaper as level 0. Every 50 miles, the hallway turns left into a new hallway. However, all of level 0.01's hallways are copies of each other. As a result of this repeating effect, it is possible to leave an item on the floor in one hallway, just to encounter it again when you turn into the next hallway. The lighting system of level 0.01 is relatively poor, habitually flickering and sometimes shutting off entirely. Blackouts are preceded by a very rapid succession of flickering. Level 0.5 consists of an endless series of randomly segmented cubey rectangular solids, all completely covered in carpets in varying shades of blue. The composition of these solids is unknown, as the carpet seems to be unbreakable, but they are believed to be made out of some kind of metal. All solids within level 0.5 float above a boundless sea of light blue fog. The fog's color lies between sky blue and pale cyan, stretches infinitely outward and downward, and it then fades into the visual blind spot with no sign of any boundary or bottom. Level 0.8 stands as a perilous sub-level of level 0. While the flood may be the most characteristic offshoot of the sub-level, other differences include lower temperatures, missing ceiling tiles, a quieter fluorescent humming noise, sizable sections of the level lacking illumination, and infested mold growth on the walls. Not all rooms in the sub-level are level to one another, causing the water level between rooms to vary significantly. There are peculiar and out-of-place objects in the narrow rooms of level 0.8. For example, there are wooden rafts, selling tiles, tipped pillars, and sunken paddle boats. Bases, outposts and communities are found in this level. The Threshold Outpost is a fortified research structure built by the Async Research Institute directly inside the Backrooms, which they call the Complex. Built immediately on the other side of the threshold, the outpost acts as a staging ground and safe zone for async teams entering the dimension. It is designed to allow researchers to study the environment while remaining protected from the dangers of the complex. While most of the complex is hostile, the outpost is converted into a structured, safe extension of the async facility. It features a heavy hydraulic steel barrier meant to cut off the complex from the outside world when necessary. The outpost is highly secured, featuring computer desks, control panels, and doors that require key cards to operate. Accidentally tripping and no clipping out of the bounds or null zones will send you here. Running 10 kilometers at level run for your life makes our way to the end of the level will transport one here. Exiting an obscured window in level 188 will send you here. Entering of the many door to enter from level -1 will send you here from level 0, in conjunction with the exits. Entering and building in level 11 will send you here. Doors labeled 105 in level 21 can lead one here. Working arcade machines in level 25 will bring you here. Very rarely. Exiting level 31 is to find a pair of roller skates in the rental section that look like it could be worn by a skin stealer and touch them. Going to be sent here. Going into an sewer grate and ending up in level 34 will send you here. Delta gates in level 36 will send you here. Being captured by the beings of above in level 69 and waking up will send you here. Doors in level 81 will send you here. Doors in walls from opening it in level 82 will send you here. Exiting and keep exploring on one of doors in level 92, you have an 52% chance to send you here. Attracting the presence in level 100 will bring you here. Reports of catalog in level 106 will take you here. Slides labeled yellow in level 119 will send you here. Going through the maze of corridors in level 147 you might be sent here. Exiting a door from an office space platform or no clipping via staying in receding platforms with an outward wall in level 162 will send you here. If the wanderer are hostile within a second time, the people will induce a no clip through the ground in level 210. Doing that will send you here. The fortresses of level 283 rarely contain wooden doors that smell of mold. Entering these doors will send you here. Touching with any space that is any shade of green in level 322 will send you here. Breaking a whited window in level 432 will make you end up in here. Redeem yourself a worthy person in level 455.3 will send you here. Breaking open and entering any of the windows in level 800 will take one here. Following a light guide through the halls of this level in level 853 will transport you here. False walls in level 1999 have a rare chance to send you here. Boarding on a next flight incorrectly in any way in level infinite, you have a high chance of waking up here. Dying or surviving in the lost hope of the shady grey will transport one here. Breaking one of the lights results in a small chance a tunnel will appear, transporting you to level -12. Finding any threshold outposts like KV-31 will lead in the front rooms, although this is a high security area. Finding a staircase, fire exits, and no clipping will lead into level 1. Exiting a metal door will lead to level 44. Finding a rusty door composed of sandstone will lead into level 1, level 21 and or level 46. You can also break through the floor that leads to level 27. Leaving and no clipping through a painting will lead into level 57. Scripts can be found in almost all levels. It can lead into level 156. The most consistent way to entering this level in level 201 is through the use of a special VHS tape labeled Map Plus and play it up. The most common way to encounter doorways on occasion within level 0 will lead into level 313. Entering and mainly accessible through ball pits scattered around level 0 will lead into level 421. It is possible to random appear here while traversing any levels between level 0, will lead to level 606. Finding an American flag in level 0 and no clipping it will lead to level 1980. Staying in the same room in level 0 for 2 days straight will lead to level 4112. If you wander long enough, you can get to the Manila Room. Unlike level 0, wanderers can meet freely in the Manila Room, but the room is a dead end. Rather, it functions as a rendezvous room for wanderers who survived the trek.